Brad and I had known each other since about I think about 7th grade, and we started. He actually played in a lot of bands that I used to go see. At the time, I was just doing hip hop beats and production and rapping, so there wasn't really any interest for me to be in a band, you know. But then at a certain point, he and I and another friend of ours got together. We started this band called Xero. It was Xero, and you know, from there we just kind of started mixing all these different styles, and got, you know, we got a meeting with a label person from I guess it was Immortal at the time, who said, wow, I really love this stuff. You guys should keep working on it, put a band together, go play shows, you know, just get things started. We kind of, I mean, we had already had the intention of doing so, but that was one of those things that made us feel like, yeah, you know, we're on the right track. You know, people are interested. So we put the band together. I knew Joe from Art Center, where we went to college together. We were both in the illustration discipline at that college. Brad knew Phoenix from UCLA. Rob Borden, he went to a nearby high school, and then eventually we brought in Chester. We met him through a mutual friend. He was in bands in Arizona, and yeah, the rest is history. We changed the name from Xero to Hybrid Theory, and then from Hybrid Theory to Linkin Park when we were working on our first record, and decided to name that record Hybrid Theory. I remember we had practices all week because we had a really serious showcase for labels that Friday. I was turning in finals all week, and I had a major final on Saturday. So I pulled all-nighters at least half that week, came to the showcase, we worked our butts off, you know, just played as hard as we could for all those people. I went to school the next day, did a final, and I think I probably slept for the whole next week, you know, just exhausted. And the funny thing was, I worked really hard for all that stuff, as all the guys always did, you know, and the finals went well and the showcase went really poorly. The labels, as was the case with a lot of our showcases, you know, we play, we do our thing, and they just kind of I don't think they got it. I think that they were looking for something with a little more like spit in your face testosterone, you know, that real don't give a crap rock star thing, and that's not really what we were ever about. We've always been more about the music and being, you know, hopefully being innovative in that sense, not so much just rock star attitude. I remember a time when we first got signed to Warner Brothers, and we wanted, in our style, it's just how we are, that we wanted to meet the people at Warner, not just be the band that is on the label and, you know, everybody's it gets thrown on their desk and they work it. You know, that's what happens in a lot of cases, if you can imagine. And we knew that was what would happen. So instead we decided to call a meeting with the entire label. Anybody who would come and say, hey, we're new at the label, you know, we're your new neighbor, basically. Come on down to the main meeting room, and we're going to sit and introduce ourselves. We'd like to meet you as well. In all seriousness, we came into that meeting saying, okay, we know we're going to be on a lot of your radar, a lot of your agendas coming up, you know, to whatever degree of importance that may be. That's up to Warner Brothers. But here's how we treat our fans. Here's the kind of music we make. And if you're going to be on board, then we want you to really hear from us and see clearly how we want things done on our project. And I think that at a certain point, although it was funny sitting in a room with a bunch of 21-year-old kids, you know, who are trying to tell them how to do their job to a certain degree, I think that in a lot of cases we got a lot of great feedback from that, saying, you know, we're so glad to have a band that really cares about all this stuff, and they've got a good relationship with their fans, and they know how to treat the people that listen to their music.